Welcome to the Warchant Mancave Show. We are on location today at Deep Brewing here in Tallahassee. Incredible beer, Jeff. We're having a good old time here, aren't we?
Cheers! Our thanks to Deep Brewing Company for hosting us. This is a good kind of party, and our thanks to Jimmy John's always.
Delicious.
And, people may be wondering why the hell you're sitting there. First of all, well, you have an announcement. You insisted.
Yes, I do. I had to use the boss duties and insert my authority. Here
I knew I wasn't in trouble.
My authority. I had to come here and sit in this spot, Jeff, because we've had an issue lately. I've got a prepared statement here. I'm going to make to everybody.
Understatement of the year. We've had an issue lately.
Yes, we
all have
a
few issues.
But here's the thing: we know who to blame, and that's what I'm going to talk about here. So, can I have your attention here? I have a statement I need to make officially here. All right. I promised I'd be back, folks. So here I am. I'm Gene Williams, owner of Warchant.com here, and I have a message for the winless Tom Lang. Tom, who's over there in the corner with the dunce cap on, I warned you, and you were going to pay. Now you're still winless as a Man Cave show host, and since you're too chicken to admit your faults, since you're too scared to resign gracefully and let the great Jeff Cameron be flanked by a winning host such as myself, and most of all, since we can't force you out of your Man Cave contract. You know why? Because his buyout is too big. Where have we heard that before? But I am going to make your life miserable. As the 2017 season has been on all of us, it's been horrible. Winless Tom Lang, I hereby amend your contract to force you to sport this chicken head until such time as Florida State wins a game. Until they win a game, he's going to wear this chicken head for every Warchant Man Cave show from here on out. And to finish, I wholeheartedly apologize to our sponsor, Jimmy John's, and to our host tonight, Deep Brewing, and to our loyal fans out there and all the Seminoles all over the place who have been let down by Tom Lang in his winless ways. Ladies and gentlemen, winless Tom Lang.
There we go. I was going to say, there should be booze. There should be booze.
This is like a crowning. Yeah, boo!
Yeah, go ahead, Don. Don the cap, big man.
All righty.
I got to say, I'm not used to sitting next to this kind of abject failure. But this could be your time.
That's right.
Man.
Your Sunday interviews are on the phone, right?
That's true. That's right. Well played.
Yeah,
well played. Okay.
Oh, this year, I mean, not the whole time.
Yeah. All right. So,
well, hey,
you can
everybody.
get past that.
Yeah, how's it going?
Go.
Welcome to Deep Brewing. Isn't this place pretty cool? We're by all the apparatus and everything.
I like that you broke out with apparatus.
Yeah, apparatus.
There's a lot of apparatus here, and tasty beer to boot. So you got to come by Deep Brewing Company. And how many? What is it? Is it 10, 12?
I think it was about 10,
yeah,
10 or 12.
See how many we can get.
I'm enjoying I'm enjoying the Dark Rye Pale Ale here. One of their standbys, one of their foundational beers, the Dark Denizens.
Strong,
here at Deep
beautiful
Brewing.
IPA, a double IPA as well.
Well, it's something we all need on the Man Cave show every single week that it appears now, because we're 2 and 5.
2 and 5.
We're 2 and 5.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, we're offering something to the people of the Man Cave show never offered before. You want to tell them what that offer is?
Hugs. Come on, everybody.
Everybody who wants
come
a hug,
up.
Come on up.
We have some great
gifts
for
you. We have some great gifts
to the side. You can either one of us.
Be careful of the
wires.
wires.
Come on, get in here.
Careful of the wires.
Get in here. Get in here, guys. Get in here. All right, everybody.
Come on, everybody. We have many gifs.
There you go. You got it. All right. Let's hug. We got to do it. Make it happen. My mic's still on. What's up, brother?
I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Everybody good?
I apologize to all of you.
All right.
Everybody who wanted their hug, got their hug. So sorry.
Hugs are magical, by
every one of you. I apologize.
As you can see from the GIFs here, that is a good representation of our situation. I might note, by the way, hugs are always good. Yeah. Everybody could use a good hug. There's a little levity involved with the hugs.
Don't you feel better?
I do feel better. Hopefully those that received hugs from us feel good too.
Well, I almost forgot that I have a chicken on my head right now. That's how good I feel.
You got to hope that Delaware State game gets here in a hurry.
Well, we're not doing a show the week of the Delaware. Can we change that? Can we not do a show on the week of Florida? Can we do it on Delaware State?
If we're playing anybody that's reasonably decent, Tom doesn't want us to have to do a show.
So we're at Deep Brewing tonight. Fantastic. We do another show on Tuesday. I don't know. Am I still going to be wearing the hat?
Yes, I think so. I mean, I think we're probably going to be wearing the hat. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So what's the most disappointed you've ever felt? Not in a football season. We already know it's this one, right?
In my life?
In your life. Come on, let's be honest.
The most disappointed I've ever been in my life.
Yeah.
Oh,
kids
man.
and
No, nothing like that. Well, it's always sports related, typically, unless we're talking about real life tragedy.
Yeah. Well, good
Lord, we're not going to compare Florida State's failures to real life tragedy. You know,
It's getting there.
When my grandfather died, it was quite upsetting. But I don't want to compare our losses to that right about now.
I don't know if we lose to Delaware State, are you going to actually?
Maybe it'll be comparable at that point. Yeah, probably when the Pirates lost to the Braves on the Supreme Slide. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Still hurting a little bit about that. All these years.
Yeah.
Later. That's the most disappointed I've been.
Yeah, to me.
Without getting too deep.
No, it would be Andy Chavez catching the ball over the wall
Exactly.
in Game 7 of the 2006 NLCS. And you're supposed to win games when you make plays like that. It's kind of like Jimbo says, you block a punt, you win the game 90% of the time.
No, not us.
No, not us.
By the way, I will also say this, that it's always, when you're thinking about these sporting moments and the disappointments, Florida State's wide rights are probably the things that left me most bereft of hope. But this year has gone beyond that. Like, you're not even disappointed anymore. You're just shocked.
Yeah, it's shock to the point of being completely numb, borderline. There's an apathy here, and everybody's waiting for the next shoe to drop. And I know we'll talk about that in a little bit, but everybody's waiting to see what the 2018 version, not of the roster looks like,
but
but
coaching staff.
What the staff looks like. But I think the most gutted I ever was watching us play, and we didn't have any expectations that year, but you're still playing Florida. It's the 2008 game. I'm wearing a garbage bag poncho. Little did I know that would be actually a little apropos for the day. Sitting in the Florida student section, and that's
why?
Well, I got great tickets with a friend. He offered me a free ticket.
So this is great. You're in the Florida student section.
Half the stadium was the Florida student section in 2008.
That's true.
But that was the rain game. We called the fake field goal before half that everybody saw come in, and then Tebow, in all his humility, runs down and greets the fans.
Yeah.
Really an extension of
Humble
humility
guy.
there.
Yeah, sure.
And that's the thing that they had on ESPN when SportsCenter started. Remember, they did like little HD montage.
Well, they made it look like it was actual war paint or blood.
Right,
like
blood.
He truly was like Braveheart. I was like, man, that's
himself.
paint from the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyhow, yes. That disappointment is all-time bad, but not as disappointing as what we just saw.
Right.
Against Boston
we actually
College.
do have some game highlights to bring to you this week.
This
would be the game highlights of Florida State and Boston College.
The
first one is us here. We're arriving at the game.
This is us.
All right.
I felt good at this point.
Yeah,
Tom,
I was like, okay.
Now I'm getting a little nervous. This is early.
Here's after drives.
Second or third quarter.
Watching.
Obviously,
buddy.
I'm getting
moving the ball.
Yeah, and then pretty soon
we're not really moving the ball up and down the field.
As you can see,
kick a field goal, then it progresses even
late
further.
In the fourth quarter. We are completely done.
No.
Those aren't highlights, everyone. Look at that.
Goodness.
That's us getting back on the bus, headed to the airport.
Yeah.
There we are. That's.
And that is also our morale for this week.
So Boston College highlights. Syracuse. There you go. That's good.
All right, let's move to one of our favorite games every single time we do the Mancave show, even if we haven't won a single week that I've been here.
Not one.
That's word association. Is everybody ready for a little word association?
Sure.
All right, it's a Syracuse edition of word association.
I got it.
And for you, the first one, Dino Babers.
Locker room speeches.
That's right. Yeah.
They love some Dino Babers.
Care,
man. That guy gets on a locker, he's passionate.
This is the second week in a row.
We need a locker room speech from Dino Babers in our locker room this weekend before the game. Wouldn't that be something?
if he came
over to our locker room and said, guys,
I just gave my B speech to Syracuse. I saved my A speech
You're
for
embarrassing the ACC fellas. Jesus. Yeah. I mean, I could see that sort of a thing.
It's the second straight week you're playing a lesser than team that cares.
Yeah. Always fun.
And when we don't. All right, Marvin Harrison. Now, there's
Kingpin.
A what?
Kingpin.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
You don't question anything about Marvin Harrison's choices.
No.
Ever.
Nope.
Ever.
I could have said elephant gun.
Yes.
You go look that story up.
Look it up. Yeah. Elephant gun Marvin Harrison. Google that tonight.
That's fun.
All right, Jim Boeheim.
Not wrong about Greensboro.
That's right.
Not wrong about Greensboro. Yeah, that's what I'll give him.
Also has lived in Coach K's jock, right?
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah.
Oranges, not the orange, but oranges, just in general. What do you think?
I just thought of Tang. Everybody likes Tang.
That's true.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yep, orange slice, like orange soda.
I do.
Some people are off the citrus. They don't like the citrus.
Orange
they have a carrot orange beer here, right here at Deep Brewing. You should try it. One serving of vegetables per try. Isn't that great? All right, Syracuse, the city.
Boring and cold.
Yeah. They got an overpass. a dome.
I've been there. I can say that.
I've been there. Yeah, I've been there.
Boiling and cold.
I got there in the summer, and they have these huge areas in the airport where the snowplows can shovel the feet.
So when you land there and you think to yourself, so this is like they're already preparing for the hellish existence they're going to have for 9 months.
Okay, so I was in Minneapolis for the Bucks game earlier this year. It's the same thing. You can feel the cold even when it's hot outside.
Yeah, you know it's looming large.
It's coming.
It's like hiding behind a tree. Like, ha-ha.
Yeah,
there it is.
All right, an interesting one. James Blackman.
Skinny.
Okay. Beyond that, how are we feeling about James right now compared to where we...
Skinny. Keep moving.
Okay. All right.
Well, I feel helpless for him right now. I mean, he's being let down all around. It's overwhelming, but I'm going to go with Skinny.
Okay. And finally, this may take us somewhere else. Jimbo 2.0.
Can he?
Can he or can't he?
That's
this
the
is
question.
A related game to word association. It's a game within a game. We've got gameception going here.
I love that smile.
All right.
There's the point. That's a lot different than asking somebody to come out of the stands.
Yes, can he or can't he? This is what we're going to play. I think we both believe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but we're going to take turns here. Are you arguing for why Jimbo can?
I will take that side if you need
Jimbo
me to. I can take the other side too.
Jimbo 2.0 is going to be good. Why?
His football smarts and a hatred for losing will allow him to confront the difficult task of evaluating himself and understand that he has to change.
Well, for the canty side of it, I'd say an old man who's stubborn and set in his ways would look at Jimbo and say, good Lord, his habits are ironclad. The question is Jimbo capable of making those types of changes?
Lose on Saturday and go to 2-6 and remain winless at home, and you're confronted with a reality that is so stark you have no choice.
One would think, but then also you look at the signs ahead of this season and the staff, the continuity. He chose. He had a choice.
He made a decision.
After the players were writing IOUs to you last year, after you're completely stunned, one of the worst losses in program history to Louisville in September of last year.
People up there just crying.
We have gifs of sad people just flowing around here at Deep Brewing at all times. That's why, to me,
this is my favorite thing we've ever done. If just people randomly crying.
If you're arguing against it, it's because the changes haven't been made to this point. So who's to say that the connection with the players is going to return to 2012, 2013 level?
Well, you don't have to so compellingly make this argument.
Sorry.
Let's move it away.
I believe some of it, not all of it, but yeah.
Oh, we lost the Jordan Jib. There it is.
Yeah, there's the Jordan Jib.
That's us.
Well,
is that going to be on Saturday?
Yeah, I think so. So we'll drown our sorrows here a little bit next.
You ready to do so?
Yeah.
Beer pong, baby. Time to do some beer pong. That's next on the Warchant.com Man Cave Show live from Deep Brewing Company.
Thanks, Jimmy Jones.
Welcome back to the Warchant.com Man Cave Show from the Deep Brewing Company, which is always a good thing. It's a spectacular place to be. If you haven't come yet, please do. The beer is delicious, the sights are awesome, and the folks that serve it are incredibly kind. We're going to play your generation's game.
Yeah, that's right.
A little beer pong action. At this point, I think any kind of game that involves us drinking away the season is a good idea.
Well, and this is a game that was near and dear to our heart in the lost decade, and seeing as this season is featuring a whole lot of losing, we may as well throw it back to those days.
Worse than the lost decade, I got to tell you. I don't recall anything like this.
Well, that'll be our first question that we're talking about as we're playing, as we welcome in our teammates. Chris from Jimmy John's, our fine sponsor, Freaky Fast.
Thank you.
And of course, Gene wouldn't be on my team, so here comes Gene Williams. He's going to play with Jeff.
He's going to be with me. Well, you know, we've had this discussion before you were here. We won a lot of football games.
I'm wearing this hat for a reason.
That's correct. That's correct.
So as we retreat to our corners here, yes. So for the two of you old guys, this is the worst season that you guys can remember in Florida State history?
For me, for coming to games, I've been coming for over 30 years, 35 years, maybe 36 years. Gene, you're slightly older than me, so you've been
since '85, my first year at Florida State. Nothing even close.
No, nothing. I mean, this is uncharted territory. We keep talking about this, and every week I keep thinking of new ways to talk about the big picture. Because Tom, even in the last decade, you didn't go below 500. You did not make a bowl. We're talking about this now as a reality that they're not going to make a bowl.
Well, and I think the hard part here is
you want to be the first big man.
This is obviously a team that's so much more littered with talent too than those teams in the latter part of the lost decade. So when you have this much talent, that much blue chip ability, and you're 2-5, that it hurts your soul a little bit. And that's why we turn to beer pong, because beer pong is for the tortured souls in all of us.
Beer pong's fun.
What's the rule there? He made one.
He made one. So we're supposed to drink?
No, drink?
You got
well, you can have some of your side beer as well. Yeah, the cup needs to come out of the.
Did you notice how he got him out? He got him out. We're good.
Yeah, but the physical cup.
Oh, the cup physically has to go. See, you see this? We don't have. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
Remove the cup.
We don't know what the hell we're doing.
Whoever knocks the 10 cups out.
Oh, my man.
All right. Now,
there we go, front one.
All right,
My
gentlemen.
man. Well done,
the
sir.
cyclical
Well done.
nature of the state of Florida. You've seen it come, you've seen it go.
Yeah.
How concerned are you about this being part of a changing of the guard, and how quickly can it happen?
Well, and you know this too. Time is of the essence now. I mean, because Florida's making changes. Miami's got it rolling right now. We're talking about a shift in recruiting prowess for those two schools that have really struggled. And now there's an opportunity for Florida State, if they make positive changes, to have an opportunity to get back really quickly where they were. Mm-hmm. But he's got to make the right choices, and he's got to make good ones en masse now. And so, yeah, time is definitely of the essence. I think for Florida State, we're looking at a critical juncture. We've watched all the schools in this state go through the crossroads and make some poor decisions and be down for a decade, and others made good decisions and found their way back to the top of the heap pretty soon. So Florida State's in a tough position. Boom. So, you know, obviously at this point, we're all very nervous on eggshells over here at Florida State.
No doubt. Well, okay, let's do something positive because it's been largely negative for the first couple of seconds. Who are some of your guys' favorite players of the Jimbo Fisher era? I will start first. LaMarcus Joyner.
You're going to take my guy, I knew it.
Really? You were LaMarcus?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm taking it on purpose then, Gene, because we're at odds. But LaMarcus was a guy who was both cerebral when you talked to him off the field, and then he was lightning fast to go with it on.
And there was a sinister nature to his play. He had a little something for you. And I always love that about him. I'm going to go with Timmy Jernigan. And I think for obvious reasons he played with incredible passion, and he was also a guy that anchored that defense in the middle, made plays, stopped the dive, and really allowed others to run freely. And they were so skilled at linebacker that when Timmy's out there dominating the way that he was, other players could make plays. So he was unselfish, he was talented, and he was passionate. Yeah. So Timmy Jernigan would be my guy from that list. LaMarcus was yours?
I'd say LaMarcus.
Chris, who's yours?
Come on, man. Live TV. You got to say something.
We'll go with LaMarcus.
Put Telvin up.
Put okay.
Telvin Smith. I thought somebody would have to go.
All right. Nobody for Jameis, huh?
Well, I was going to say now, the caveat to this entire discussion is that the answer is always Jameis Winston for everybody, except when, you know, we already know that. We assume that that's fine. He's the greatest quarterback in program history, so we'll pick some other guys.
Okay. Favorite tailback in the Jimbo Fisher era? There's a lot to choose from here.
Chris Thompson.
Chris Thompson. The best interview. There's no doubt about that.
I just loved him as a kid and broke his back and came back from it and had the heart of a lion, was an incredibly good kid who worked hard through massive injury.
Yeah, talking to him in the national championship winning locker room was a pretty cool experience because I thought it's nice that you're here because you were a part of this whole process, and I hate it for you because of the injury. You're not going to make it on Sundays. I was wrong. The dude got his second contract in the league.
Rolling over here. Yeah, second contract in the league is a guy that every week now you watch making plays at his size, speed, elusiveness, heart, good guy, good team guy. You know they love him in Washington.
Yeah, well, and the answer to me, though, I agree with you about nicest guy, but it's Dalvin. It's Dalvin Cook. He was just so breathtaking.
Oh,
absolutely.
The answer about best player is Dalvin.
But to me, that trumps the. Oh, very nice.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
That's the Lene Kakua water cup.
This is going to be the longest game of pong of all time. Here we go. Oh!
All right,
there we go, Gene. All right, I'm hanging in there.
We're under some time constraints here, so how about this one? Here's a fun question for you: best college party that you can repeat that you've ever been to in your time at Florida State?
Can't repeat it.
Can't repeat it. The best one you can repeat.
I'd say we had some toga parties back in the day. That were
yeah, really good. I'm going to tell you it was after beating Miami. It's the 26-17? Is that?
Which one, the 93 game you're talking about?
Is that 93? I'll get the years. Yeah, that's 93. Yeah, a party after that one in 93. That lasted till 4 in the morning.
There we go. That lasted till 4?
Till 4 in the morning.
Only the best ones did, man.
Most of them all did.
We had one before the 09 Jarman-Fortson game here in Tallahassee. It was
dark times. It was the
Saturday. I know. I've lived through so many hard times.
All right, last two. Here we go. What do you got? Fire away.
Oh! That broke the tie. That's a clutch
Two
shot.
shots. I need another. All right, here we go.
The party went so long and was so awesome. It ended up.
Oh my God! There was
a group of us on the roof of my apartment.
Oh no! I choked.
The taxi cab driver that always took us to and fro leapt out of the bedroom window, landed on the roof, which was slanted, and said, "What's up, boys?" And he sat down and he partied with us for another half an hour to an hour. It was fantastic times.
More from deep. Let's continue the party
in just a moment. I think we're winners, Chris.
I think you did win.
Very much. You know, there's always a winner. People who order Jimmy John's. Freaky fast.
Look at this guy.
Welcome back to the Warchant.com Man Cave Show, live this week on location from Deep Brewing right here in Tallahassee, Florida. Our thanks to Jimmy John's, our sponsor, as always. And now it's time for our top 5 list. Top 5 list of the week is?
Top 5 list goes like this. It is the top 5 wins of the 2017 season. Number 5, Wake Forest.
Oh, that was a good win.
That was a good win.
I like
Great
that win.
Yeah.
Blackman with the throw down at the end.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
nice win.
Number 4, Duke.
Oh, that was a good win, too.
Yeah,
good win there. Yeah, a little close for cover.
Yeah.
Number 3, Wake Forest.
Oh, yeah, that's a good choice.
Right,
good choice.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Number 2, Duke.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one. That's a good choice.
7-point win late on the road.
Nicely done.
There you go, yeah.
And number 1, the season is likely over at the end of the month. There's our top 5.
There it is.
Ah, so
All right.
full of cheer. Now let's do the goodness.
Tough crowd. All right, it's time for our beer of the week. Our friend Ryan is here from Deep Brewing. Thank you, Ryan, for making the time to sit down with us. Everybody say hello to Ryan.
Cheers,
Hello.
Cheers.
So, what are we drinking today, good sir?
So today I brought you guys 2 beers, actually. So our first is our Hoptopus, which is our double IPA of the season.
Okay.
We rotate through them pretty regularly. It's a really bold hop aroma without being like crazy bitter. And then it's about 8.7% alcohol.
Oh, okay. Well,
So
In that case, given this season,
cheers. Yeah.
yes, let's do that.
Cheers, Ryan. Thank you very much.
Cheers, brother.
All right.
And then that's for our hop heads, and then for our dark beer lovers over here.
That'd be me.
Delicious.
We've got
that's
our,
really good.
Our winter seasonal coming up, our Upside Down, which is our coconut coffee porter.
Oh, yeah.
Well, by all means.
Winter season is porter season. I know you can drink them all year round, but I love porters in the winter.
Yeah, we did. We had someone come to us and say, "Hey, dark beer drinkers are dark beer drinkers all year long." And so, but now it's time to reward those guys.
This is delectable. This is amazing. I like how Gene yelled out like it was a stripper or something. And you named the beer, he's like, all right, take it off.
Ryan, how long have you guys been working here now at Deep Brewing, and how long has the dream been alive to this point?
We opened here off of Centerville Road.
Yep.
About a year, maybe a year and a month ago. Late August of last year. And yeah, we've just been trucking ever since. So
awesome.
we started distribution, local Tallahassee, as of May of this year.
Wow.
Congratulations, and it's always good to have more places making
Yes.
delicious beer. And
Yes.
this is also on my way home.
Yeah.
Centerville Road
Just
every
noted.
time. Cheers.
Well, when you're here in
Excellent.
Tallahassee, if you're not, and you're coming in for a game weekend, make sure.
Yeah.
What are the hours on Friday and Saturday, real quick? Last question.
So Friday, we're open from 1 to 11 o'clock.
Okay.
And Saturday from 11 to 11. So
there you
if
go.
need to
Oh, there it
grab a
is.
growler
Yeah.
bowl.
How about a little
Nice.
post or a post-game drink, you know? We'll see what happens. But
How many different beers total?
We rotate 12 beers total
Okay.
all the time, and but we released 128 different beers last year. So we keep people guessing.
wow, that's awesome.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate it. Thank
Everybody,
you.
Ryan from
That's
Deep
it.
Brewing, our wonderful host today. Cheers.
All right, big man, it's time for our locks of the week. And oh, by the way, I'm kicking your ass in this, aren't I?
I think we're
leaving? I just said that to say see if he'd pick up on
Yeah.
it. All right, there we go. All right, so this is good stuff.
all right. Hey, we're sitting on kegs, by the way.
Yeah, which is also cool.
that's freaking
And so
awesome.
was he. Yeah.
He's actually quite comfortable. You wouldn't believe sitting on a keg is comfortable. He's
got-
gonna use it for standing, you know, keg stands. and
This is
all.
a beautiful thing. All right, here we go. So I know what the graphic says, but the graphic is wrong. I'm not taking Texas A&M getting 15 points. I'm taking Auburn given the
Yeah.
15 points in this game.
So you did some homework that changed your mind.
I did.
30-point swing, actually.
Well, this would be the best defense Texas A&M has faced, and I feel like Auburn is going to have a big day here.
To me, my lock of the week is TCU minus 6.5 over Texas. This is a really questionable line to me. Maybe Vegas knows something about an injury that I don't know, but TCU should be pissed after losing in Ames last week.
Yeah.
Texas, I mean, they're okay. They've been coming on of late. Of course, I picked them in week 1 and I got trounced by Maryland. TCU's a really good football team, so I'd expect at home this week they cover the minus 6.5.
All right, so our wager of the week, my
Yeah.
friend, is I've taken Clemson, and I'm going to give the 8
Yeah.
to NC State. I think NC State will be downtrodden after getting thumped by Notre Dame, and their dream of perhaps representing the ACC is now fading fast. I'll take Clemson and give the 8.
I tend to agree, but if NC State wins this game, it's in the driver's seat in the Atlantic. Its 2 losses are to South Carolina and Notre Dame, so the ACC championship goals are still on the line. I don't love this pick. I kind of made it for the fun of it.
We have to make picks for the show.
You know what? The ACC did Clemson a huge solid by not having this be an 8 p.m. kick, because as the Mancave show has documented over the years, you know what happens at Carter Finley at night.
A lot of peeing.
That's correct.
A lot of peeing. That's right.
Correct.
Notre Dame minus 14 against Wake. I'll take Notre Dame. I thought the line would be bigger, and I would have taken Wake if I could have gotten 14.5, 15.5, 17. I'm not. I'll give Notre Dame. You know Notre Dame has been great to me all year long. They've been a moneymaker. I'll take Notre Dame and give it.
I'm going to take Wake here. This is a sneaky good game. Notre Dame is in between big games against NC State and Miami, and here comes Wake feeling good about itself after laying 600 yards down on Louisville. That's right. Wake Forest 600 yards on Louisville.
They beat Louisville as well.
Yeah. After running,
lots of people do.
Rolling for 600 yards.
We did not, however.
600.
Penn State minus 9 against Michigan State. You know, this is an interesting game for this reason.
Yeah.
James Franklin has never beaten a ranked team on the road, ever, in his history of coaching, whether it's Vandy. Now, it's unfair to look at all those Vandy notes, but he hadn't done it in Penn State either.
Beers after that.
But he gets a gift because Michigan State's ranked 24th in the country, so he's going to get that road victory.
Right.
But is he going to cover the 9? Ooh, I'm wrestling with this. I'm wrestling with this. I'll take Penn State and give the 9 now.
I would agree with you. I'll take Penn State on that one.
All right, so Wisconsin minus 13.5 against Indiana. Give me Indiana all day. Wisconsin simply does not cover.
Wisconsin does not cover. But finally, it's under 2 touchdowns. Wisconsin covers. Stop the presses.
Nope.
Wisconsin covers, and people talk about them like they're a true playoff contender for yet another week.
No, Indiana. Washington State minus 2 against Stanford. I will do it. I'll take Washington State. I feel like the public is going to love Stanford here. Give me Washington State.
I agree with you. The public they're always on Stanford. If they have an excuse to be on Stanford, they will be on Stanford. Academics comes out of their mouth. It's like 0.2 every time.
Ryan Kelly's favorite team, Oklahoma State, will not vanquish my Sooners. I will take Oklahoma on the road in Bedlam, getting the points. Getting the points.
The wrong team's favorite, right?
I think so.
Here's curious.
My guy gave me 3.5 is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I took Oklahoma plus 3.5. This is 2.5.
When did your guy give you that?
Earlier.
What?
I
know that guy.
You got to jump on things quickly. Well, I got it in with that guy.
Yeah, you got it in.
Yeah, I got it in.
Right.
So there we go.
ACC nightcap.
And then Virginia Tech. Yeah, Virginia Tech minus 2.5 against Miami on the road. I'll take Virginia Tech.
Wrong teams. I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just
they're
kidding.
a better team.
The right team is favored. Virginia Tech should win this thing going away. The only thing that might prevent them from doing that, night game Miami. We know how that can go.
Sadly, I'm going to take Syracuse plus 5. I think Florida State has mailed it in. If they bother to show up and care, they can win this football game. Obviously, it's hard to bet on them caring after what we saw against Boston College. An absolute disaster. I don't think it gets better this week. I hope I am wrong.
I don't know what the number is going to be, the final score, I should say. But I need to take this damn chicken off my head for next Tuesday's show.
Go Noles, baby.
We'll be on location at Ology, by the way, for next week's Man Cave show. So I'm pulling for the Noles for my sake. Guys, I know we ripped you a little bit here tonight. Please.
Oh, get angry.
Get the chicken off my head.
I apologize for ripping
Get the chicken off my head.
Yeah, win a game. Win a damn game. Our thanks to the people at Deep Brewing Company, the fine Minnie, Ryan and all of his staff. They've been fantastic. Right. Our thanks to all of you. Good work, Tom
Thank
Lang.
you, Jimmy Johns, for always providing the best in tailgate food every week.
Yes. Good stuff. Be good, everybody. Peace. Go Noles.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.
It's a good hobby beer.
It is.
Chicken making you